Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And you guys probably just saw me a bunch of times there, but I'm recording this with OBS. Basically, it is 1:38 in the morning, so if I'm a bit quiet, I apologize. You guys are gonna be able to see my settings. Can I actually turn my mic up? I don't think I can. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna do our Premier League predictions for the 2018-2019 season. I really wanted to get these out. I'm making this on the 6th of August, and I have it on my phone already ready. So what I have to do is basically just copy it onto here. BBC is what basically have this website where I can just predict it in instead of just editing it all and all that stuff. So there's going to be an easier way to do it. So we're going to start off from the bottom. We're going to start off with the final three, guys. If you guys disagree with me, go ahead and disagree with me in the comment section down below. I wouldn't mind. Just tell me why. Let's have some constructive criticism and some discussions and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to start off with number 20. I'm actually going to go for Brighton now. I think they're going to be one of the favorites to get relegated. They really haven't signed any great players, and in my opinion, they really got kind of, I don't want to say lucky, but I'm surprised that they stayed in the Premier League for another season. Now 19th place, I think Huddersfield, another team that doesn't have that many superstars and just doesn't, I don't know. I can't see them staying in the Prem again, and they are definitely one of the favorites to get relegated. And then a surprise one right here is Southampton. Now Southampton have actually lost a couple players here and there. They got lucky to stay in the Premier League, in my opinion, last season, and I think it's their time to go down, just like it was Stoke's time to go down. It was Sunderland's time to go down the season before and all that stuff. So I think Southampton, their time has come. Now in 17th, who is going to slip by and stay in the Prem? I actually think Cardiff, another one of the teams which is the favorite to get relegated, is going to stay in the Prem just because they just came off a great season in the Championship, of course, and I think even though they don't have that many world-class players, I would say I think Southampton probably, I mean okay, none of these teams have world-class players, but I mean like proven players in the Prem that have like the ability to score goals in the Prem and stuff like that. When I mean world-class, I didn't mean to say world-class. But I think Cardiff are just going to pull it off, do a bit of a team effort, and manage to pull it off. In 16th place, I actually have Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, I think they are planning on having a loan deal exchange for Dwight Gale and Salomon Rondon for West Brom and Newcastle, which makes perfect sense. Gale will score a bunch of goals in the Championship. Rondon will score more goals in the Premier League, as they are both better fitted for those leagues. So I think Newcastle are going to finish in 16th. They really haven't signed many players, but I think they will stay up definitely. In 15th place, I have Bournemouth. Now, they had a decent season, but they lack in some parts. You know, they have Ake. I would say their best center back is who else? They have Callum Wilson up top. Callum Wilson, Joshua King, with those two players are going to be very, very vital actually in Bournemouth's season. Hopefully none of them get injured and all that stuff. But I can see Bournemouth actually making a push for the top table, and not top table, top 10, I should say. So we're gonna have to see how it does all play out. But I do have Bournemouth in 15th. In 14th, I do have Watford. Now Watford has a decent team. Ducre just signed another deal. Ducre is a great player. They signed Delfeo on a permanent, and I think Watford can get it pulled off in 14th place, maybe even higher if they are more consistent. But we're gonna have to see how they do play under the new manager. And of course, they just lost Richarlison, something like that. I don't know how you say his name. Yeah, that is that. And in 13th place, I am gonna go with Leicester. Now Leicester, a great team, in my opinion. They signed Ghazal today, the right-wing Algerian guy from Monaco. I've heard he wasn't a great player. He isn't a great player, so we're gonna have to see how he does do in the Prem when it does start. And we're gonna see if he does play against Manchester United. But of course, they signed him for 14 million. Try to replace Mahrez. And I don't think that's a great replacement, to be honest. I think they have Jamie Vardy, of course, obviously their main striker. And then Kelechi Iheanacho has actually had a very decent preseason. Hopefully they can keep a hold of Kasper Schmeichel and Harry Maguire. And they would actually be a very decent team and can get into the top 10 if they really have a consistent team. 12th place, I actually have gone for Burnley. Now, Burnley did finish in the Europa League spots, so they're going to play European football. But I think that's going to take a great toll on them. A team like Burnley, who doesn't have that much squad depth at all, I would say, is going to struggle in both, in all competitions, basically. So, or they're gonna struggle because they have to take care of so many competitions. So I can see Burnley finishing in the bottom half of the table. 11th place, I do have Crystal Palace. Now they signed, they still have Wilfred Zaha. They signed Kouyaté from West Ham. I think they got rid of Johan Cabaye, but it's gonna be very interesting to see how Crystal Palace do, and to see if they can actually start off the season by scoring a goal. Because last season under Ronald Koeman, or not Ronald Koeman, De Boer, I believe it was, they did not have a very good start. So Crystal Palace, hopefully they can get the ball rolling, and hopefully Wilfred Zaha can do some nice stuff for them. Now we get into the top half of the table. We're going to go number 10 right away, Wolves. Wolves, in my opinion, they are going to be one of the best. I mean, there's only 3, but they are going to have a very good season. And I could see them finishing higher than 10th, to be honest. But I just had to put them 10th because I had a bit more faith in the other teams. But Wolves, Rui Patricio, one of their main signings. In my opinion, that's a great, fantastic goalkeeper signing. They have decent center backs. They have the main player, the CDM. For Ruben Neves, that's what I'm trying to talk about. And they signed they signed Joao Moutinho as well, which is a fantastic signing for like $4 million, which is great. So I'm actually really excited to see how Wolves do in the Premier League, and I have high expectations for them. 9th place, you guys are going to be surprised, I have Everton. Now, even though they do have a new manager and all this stuff, and I think it was like it's Marco Silva, I believe it is, and they signed Richarlison. They have a couple other players like Tosun, Walcott, and all this stuff. Rooney did leave, and Everton, yes, they have the potential there. I definitely can see them doing very well, but I am not sure if they are going to be able to have a consistent season and push for top 6. You know, we're going to have to see what kind of Everton we do get. In 8th place, is that 8th or 7th? No, that's 7th. Okay, in 8th place, I am going to go for Fulham because they have signed so many players. Andre Schürrle being the main player that they've signed, that's a fantastic signing. If Andre Schürrle, when he was at Chelsea, he was great. So hopefully he can find his Premier League form back again. They have Sessegnon, who I'm excited to watch. Kearney, who I'm excited to watch. They have so many players that they have signed that I honestly can't. They signed Jean-Michel Seri from Nice, who that's a ridiculous signing. And I can see Fulham doing very, very well in the Premier League, and they're definitely going to stay up. Ryan Sessegnon, in my opinion, is going to be the most exciting player to watch from that team. In 7th place, I have gone for West Ham. Complete squad revamped. Now, honestly, I could see them struggling at the same time. Like, I'm not sure. We saw AC Milan sign so many players last season. They signed like 11 players last transfer window, and they didn't live up to expectation, I would say. I could see West Ham collapse, but with the signings of Felipe Anderson mainly, I would say they're going to have a very solid squad. Jack Wilshere is going to be very interesting to see how he does as well, and they have made some very solid signings. So West Ham, I could see them push for top 6, maybe in a Europa League spot and all that stuff, and get back into European football. But in 6th place, once again, the Europa League, I have gone for Chelsea. Now, you guys, some of my Chelsea fans, I know some Chelsea fans might get angry at me for this one, but with the transfer rumors that are going around, if at least one of those players leaves, I can see you guys struggling just a bit. You guys have European football to worry about in the Europa League as well, and main key players might leave. So I'm not too sure. I don't think Chelsea are going. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Sarri does play his attacking football, and to see if Chelsea can get the ball rolling. Trust me, I would love to see Chelsea be in the top 3, but I can't see it happening this season. I'm not sure, especially when they lost 2-0 against Manchester City. So basically, I made these predictions before that City game, so don't worry about it. Nothing like that was influenced. These picks weren't influenced by that. In 5th place, you guys are going to get really mad at me for this one. We have Manchester United now. I don't know if Mourinho just signed a new deal in January, I believe it was, but I don't know if I can see Mourinho stay the whole season, especially with his big mouth. He's probably going to bench Rashford. Martial might stay, but if Martial stays, he's not going to be happy. Just Mourinho, man, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, he plays such an unattractive way of football, just defensive. And with the players you have, Alexis Sanchez, Romelu Lukaku, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, all these players which are such exciting players to watch, Martial, Rashford, and you're playing a defensive style of football, that's just not, it's not something you want to watch as a football fan, or a Premier League fan at least. So, but in all honesty, I don't think Manchester United are going to have that great of a season, and I think Mourinho is going to be kicked out the door. In 4th place, I have gone for Spurs. Now, Spurs haven't made any signings like at all this whole transfer window, so many people are kind of freaking out about that. But I think Spurs Kane, once again, going to be incredible. Eriksen going to be incredible. Heung-min Son, I expect him to have a huge season. Lucas Moura, hopefully he can get adjusted to the Prem and all that stuff. Lloris going to be great. We're going to have to see if Alderweireld does stay at Spurs or if he moves on to Manchester United, who he is heavily linked with. He's also heavily linked with, or United are also linked with Yerry Mina and then Harry Maguire as well, of course, those three. So if Manchester United do get a center back, I could see them doing a bit better, but I'm still not too sure about them. But Spurs, I have them in fourth. I think they do definitely have the squad to go ahead and finish in a good place. Now, we have 3 teams left, and you guys are going to look at me like I'm crazy. Now, third place, I'm going for Arsenal now. Emery has come in, Lichtsteiner has come in, Socrates has come in, Leno has come in, Kolasinac at the back. I don't know, many people don't like Kolasinac. Koscielny is out for a couple months. Mustafi's back there as well. Mustafi and Socrates partnership are going to be great. We have Lacazette and Aubameyang up top. If you can get Aubameyang playing as a winger, or if you can get Aubameyang playing as a striker and Lacazette playing as a striker, and you can get Lacazette rolling and Ozil rolling, Aubameyang's just going to do his thing. Ozil's going to provide you assists, and that team is ridiculous if they all do play to their potential. They signed a center midfielder from France who's very young and is actually a very good player, what I've seen from him. So I'm very excited to see how Manchester United's Arsenal do, especially with Mkhitaryan in there as well, possibly coming off the bench or something like that, and El Neni and Bellerin and all these players. It's going to be very cool to see what Arsenal go ahead and do. Now, the final 2. Who do I think is going to be the Premier League champion? Second place, I have Manchester City. And first place, I have Liverpool winning the Premier League. Now, let me break down my thoughts on why. I know this video is 11 minutes now. You guys see, like, what, quadruple of me right there. But I'm going to break down why. So, City, in my opinion, after that Chelsea game, they are looking like the best team so far. Liverpool, yes, they have lost a couple games here and there, not looking too sharp, but it's preseason, you know, you can't really judge too much stuff about that. Pep Guardiola, do I think he has the capability to win the Prem back-to-back? Yes. Do I think City might more than likely win the Prem back-to-back? Yes. Now, why do I think Liverpool is going to win it? The Liverpool signings are incredible. Keita, Fabinho, Alisson, these 3 players who have been signed by Liverpool are basically the key figures to Liverpool's problems. Now, Dejan Lovren might still be a liability, but sometimes he is a god, so who knows how he's going to play. But that midfield trio of either Henderson, Keita, and Fabinho, or another player in the midfield with the backup of Shaqiri in the squad depth, Lallana in the midfield for squad depth, and then possibly signing Fekir. That squad is going to be incredible. When I tell you guys, incredible. And it's definitely going to give Manchester City a run for their money. And I think Liverpool are going to be able to pull it off this season. I'm very excited to see how they do. I know Klopp has the fantastic tactics. He has beat City twice already. I believe it was in the past year. So I'm putting my faith in Klopp. In the past couple years, I think this is the 3rd year in a row that I've done my Premier League predictions. I have had Liverpool finish 3rd and then 2nd, and then now I'm doing 1st. Basically because I've seen Liverpool progress over the last couple years, and I think they have the capability and the squad depth and the players to win it now. Manchester City, who have they signed? To be completely honest, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I know they have Joe Hart back, who has to go on loan. They actually signed, actually not that I remember, they signed Riyad Mahrez, who, oh, you guys actually can't see me searching, huh? They signed Riyad Mahrez, Leroy Sané is there. It's going to be great. But yeah, apart from that, they haven't signed anyone apart from Riyad Mahrez. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Riyad Mahrez does do and what role he has when he actually does come off the bench, if he comes off the bench or not. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section right now what your guys' top 6 is now. I know this might seem a bit crazy, but I want to be a bit different. I don't want to say the same old thing like Manchester City first, United second. I want to be a bit different, and I kind of can see this being a realistic thing. I trust Unai Emery to take Arsenal to the top, and by the top I mean 3rd place. And I trust Klopp to out tactic what's his name, Pep Guardiola, and all that stuff. So this is where I will end the video after 14 minutes of talking. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day.